So for step 3, the gears, well, you can see that we're going to be putting a lot of these pieces together now. So we've got bearings, this T1 piece, which I've got right there. There's a T3 piece, which I've got right there. And here are all of the ball bearings, the shaft, the main shaft, middle shaft, idler gear, counter gear. And then there's this plastic spacer, which actually isn't this whole thing. All we want is the little piece of plastic inside, but this came in the gear bag. So we just want that little piece in the middle. Now I've left it that way for now because on here you can see there's an A15 piece that I also had to cut off, and they look very similar, and I don't want to confuse them. So I'm going to do, or take this one off once I'm ready for it. So anyways, I'll set this up and we'll put these gears together. So let's put this part together first. So you can see that you've got this middle shaft, and then there is this other little shaft that is going to fit, if I can get my finger on it, into here. And then that whole thing is going to fit into the top of this idler gear. So if I slide this in, you can see that it's going to look just like that. Now on this side, you can see we have the A15 piece. So I'm going to put that on there, that plastic spacer. And then we have our MA11, which are the smaller ball bearings. So that is going to sit there like that, and the spacer is in between that and the idler gear. Now on the other side, you can see it's the same thing. So if I grab the A15 piece, that's going to sit over top of there just like that. And we're going to grab one of the smaller bearings, and that is also going to sit there just like that. So that idler gear should look like that when you're finished. So I'm just going to put this aside for now. Now with the other side, you can see that we've got this T3 piece, which just looks like that. And the bearing, which now is an MA11, which is the small one again, that's going to sit inside of there. And you can see that this, which is the main shaft, is going to fit into there. So just like that. So that's what it's going to end up looking like. And you can see now that we've got the counter gear. So that is going to slide. Well, actually, I got too early for that. But that is going to slide on from this side, because you can see that that has to fit over that, so that you can see it's kind of like that hex style. So that's got to fit on and over the top. So if I grab this part again, we can slide that over there. So ultimately that side looks like that. And then again, we now have the MA29. Now with that 29, I'm going to have to cut this off now. Do a nice clean cut. The rest of it can be thrown away. That is now going to sit over top like that, which is interesting that it's like that. Now I may just do, yeah, I'm going to clean that up just a touch here. There we go. Put that over top. That's going to sit down inside of there, actually, by the looks of it. So the spacer's going inside of the counter gear all the way. You can see that. And then we've got this T1 piece that's going to sit over top, which basically just goes to the end like that. And then they're showing you an MA9, which is that 1050 bearing, which sits like that. So currently that is what that's going to look like. So there is that gear, and then of course there's our idler gear. So that is it for step 3. So once that's done, which it is, We can now move on to step 4, and now we're going to work on the gear case.